Hi everyone, thanks for joining. Hi Nikhil. Hi Shraddha. Hi Rahul.
Hi everyone.
Okay, so thanks for joining early. So let's wait for 5 more minutes. After that, Rahul will start the session.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe until the session start, right? So you can share about you in the chat. So how many years of experience you are having, and this is your first user group session. I can see many people are Jivita, Balasubramanian, Nikhil Kumar, Pankaj. So Philippi Rusa. So I have seen you people attended the Chennai user group before as well. But yeah, so please tell more about you and how many years of experience and from where you are joining. You are joining from Chennai or you are joining from different country or different state. So please share about you in the chat. And so I have posted in the LinkedIn, right? So this MVP series, we are going to conduct the reward program differently. So after each session, the participant has to share whatever they learned from that session. What are the key points they learned, in the maybe in the form of LinkedIn post or video. So based upon the content, right? So how many points they are covering, what are the key things they are mentioning. Based upon that, we will announce the winners, and some exciting rewards is waiting for them. So totally four session we are planning to conduct. So this is the first session. So the upcoming session is going to deliver by Rafael. So next week we are going to plan. We are going to host the session maybe in the Wednesday. So we will share the details shortly. So please join all the four session, and each session you will gain some, what to say, like very impact. You will get more knowledge from the MVP, and you can ask your questions and you can have a discussion with them. So it's a great opportunity. So please join all the four sessions. Okay. Hi Nikhil. Okay, you are joining from Pune and having 4 years experience. Sachin, yeah, I know him very well. Hi Sachin, and thanks for joining. Jivita, yeah, Jivita from Madurai, near to my home actually. She is having 3 years of experience. Okay, great, Jivita. Flippy, 3 years experience from Portugal. Thanks, Flippy, for joining this session. Okay, so maybe let's wait for 3 more minutes. Exactly by 3 p.m. Sorry, 3 5 p.m. I will start the session, and let me share my screen. Hope my screen is visible. Okay. Yeah. Hi, Srini Wazalu. Okay, so you are from Hyderabad, 2.5 years experience. Thanks for joining, Srini Wazalu. Yeah, Bala, thanks for joining. He's having 8 years experience. Okay, so I think everybody can speak also. So you can utilize that option as well. You can introduce about yourself. All right. So let's start the session. Okay, so today we are going to see about how we can dynamically schedule the timers. So this is the first session of our MVP series. So we will host three more sessions as well in the upcoming weeks. So please join all the sessions and so share your experience and the key points after each session. So based upon the content you are sharing, we will announce the winners in the end of the series, and they will get some amazing rewards from the system. And yes, so let me go to the next slide. Second. Okay, so OutSystem community. So OutSystem community is having a lot of program to engage the community people. So if you want to learn more about OutSystem community and what are the recent news and recent posts from OutSystem, you can go to this URL outsystem.com/community. So you will get all the details in this page. And there is a user group. So this is one of the user group for Chennai chapter. So user group is the most wonderful initiative by OutSystem. It's for the community by the community. So you can also share your knowledge, and you can also gain the knowledge from the community. And there are a lot of user groups available in the around the globe, and India is also having so many user groups, so you can join any user group sessions. Most of the sessions they are conducting in English, so you can join, and you can network with some different country people, and you can gain the knowledge from them, and you can also share the knowledge with them. So and then so for the people who are actively participating in the community activities, to recognize them, OutSystem is having two programs. One is Champions, one is MVP. So if you want to learn more about Champions program and MVP program, you can go to that and learn more about it. And yeah, so community is very big. We are having 8 to 4K plus members. Maybe this number is maybe old one, so now maybe it could be more also. And 2 million app downloads and 2 million plus completed courses. So and you are also part of this community. So yeah, and it's a great actually. So and OutSystem Developer School. This is one of the program um, which will help your friends who are into some other technology. So if you feel if they if they participate in this program, they can learn more about our system, and they can grow in their career very fast. You can share this URL to them. So in this they will get so minimum qualification is they should have 2 years experience in the software field, and some small quiz also will come. So based on the score they will, and based on the score and based on the resume and based on the reason they are telling why they want to enroll, so our system will shortlist the profile. So once they enroll to this particular program, they will get 2 weeks training from the out system experts, and in the end of the training they will get the voucher also, so they can attend maybe ODC or O11 reactive exam. So it's a really a great opportunity for them. So if you want, you can you can just copy this URL, this outsystem.com/developer underscore. You can go to this URL, and you can share it with your friend. And there are so many it's happening in many what to say, many time zones as well. So they can choose any one of the time zone, and they can enroll to this program. And one more amazing program is OutSystem research program. And OutSystem for a long time, and whenever maybe you have doing the development, right, you may feel like, what if this feature is there as part of OutSystem? It will be great. We can, maybe reduce the development time. So you may have some opinions. So those opinions you usually share it in the OutSystem ideas. What if, right? So before launching any new release to the community, so OutSystem wants to hear from the community. They want to adapt the feedback and integrate it the releases. So if you want to share the opinion for the new research activities, you can join this program. So you will be invited to contribute to the design decision. So they will send a query, survey. So you can be part of that survey. You can share your feedbacks. So not only that, so you will get rewards from OutSystem as well for this. So if you want to join this program, you can go to this one, or you can scan this QR code and you can enroll for this research program. And yeah, today's speaker. So today's speaker is Rahul Sahu, one of my friend and colleague in Aaseya. He's currently working as senior technology specialist in Aaseya. He got MVP recognition for 4 times, I think, and he got Neo Award also for the. So he shared most of the solutions in the forums. So he got Neo Award for that. He have contributed a lot to the communities. We are really happy to have you, Rahul. So you can, maybe give small introduction about yourself, and you can start the session. Over to you, Rahul. Thanks for joining, really.
Yeah, thanks, Mary, and thanks for everyone. So I am Rahul Sahu and working as a senior technology specialist in Aaseya, as I have 10-year experience and 7-year experience in OutSystem. Yeah, so that's my journey. Okay, so now let's start our session. So
Rahul, so is it possible to turn on your video?
yeah, sure.
Yeah, thank you.
Is it okay?
Yes, Rahul, yes. You can
Okay,
go.
so now let me share the screen. Okay, so let me open the slide first. Okay, so first we will start the timers. So before we talk about the timers, we have some services or platform services on OutSystem. So let's talk about these services. So basically, OutSystem platform uses 5 services on the servers. So basically, these services are OutSystem deployment controller services, deployment services, scheduler services, log services, and SMS connector services. So what each of services working? So deployment control services. This service is used for the deploy the application from the multiple servers. That's why this deployment controller services is used. Now, second one is a deployment services. So this service is used on the particular servers to for deploy the application on the current server particular. Now, the third one is scheduler service. This is the service which execute the timer on the front end servers as a asynchronous way. Now, the third one is log services, basically logs inside the platform. So this service is worked. And the last one is the SMS connector services. So basically, it's used for the sending and receiving the SMS uh, in the OutSystem applications. So these are the main 5 services which we OutSystem platform used. Okay. Now we came inside the timers. So what is the timers? Okay, so timers is a asynchronous process, and it's not interaction of the user. I mean the screen wise. So you don't need to hold the screens. It's a background process basically, and whenever you need to run long logics or some typical business logics, if you want to integrate it, you can use these timers, and it's asynchronous way. So the timer inside the out system, timers have some ways and some of the mandatory types or fields. Like the timers, 3 timers can schedule at the same times, not more than 3. If you schedule more than 3 timers at the same time, then it will go on the priority wise. Same timers cannot be set at the same time. Okay. One timer can run only one threads at a time, and it's used for the background process. And based on the timers, you can enhance your application performance. So this is the timers we can use. Okay. Now, before we came inside the timers more part, let me. So basically, this is our. Everyone know how to create the application. So I just directly create the application. Okay. Okay. So in process step, we have this timer folder. So where you can create a timer. Whenever you create timer, the timer property will come, and you can change the timer or you can provide the timer name. So I just provide the name as a send email timer. Okay. Now here you can see this is the action. This is the scheduled property. Okay. So basically you have this scheduled property. I mean it's a daily, weekly, day of month, weekday of month, or when published. When published means whenever you publish this application, this timer will trigger. Okay. And daily wise you can schedule, and day of weekday. Same things you can do by your OutSystem service center. So this is our service center. Now you can see, I mean, I have already one timer. So if you can see, this is a timer. Here you can also set the time, schedule property and everything. You can see occurrence, daily, weekly, day of month, weekend, or publish. Priority also you can set top, high, normal, or low. Okay. And this is the information you can see when this timer is last run, the last duration run, next run. Okay. So this is the information of these timers. Now, now I came again the timers part. Hmm. So there are some entities, system entities. So where we can find our timers information, timers metadata, and timers other properties, whichever the next run, last run, okay, something that. So if you can see, this is the metacyclic job. Okay, so this entity is related with the timers. Space wise, it will hold the records of each timers. Okay, here you can see priority default schedule is active. If you delete the timer or deactivate the timer, so this property will update. SS key is a default attribute of the out system. So this is a platform related key. Okay, timeout and effective timeout. You can set and update this one. Metacyclic job. And the second one is cyclic job chat. So basically how many schedules, the last run, next run. Okay, every time it's updated whenever you schedule these timers. So basically this is the two entities we can use inside the timers. Okay. Now the we will see it later. Now I came on the demo part again. So here this is the timer. So what I will do it. So first thing, the developers can schedule the timer daily and provide the time and can apply. So every day or every time this timer will be triggered. The second way, you can go inside this service center and you can set your timer. Uh, like you can set as a 2 o'clock and save it. You save it. So every two. Okay. So I said 12 and save it. So you can see every day daily 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. it will be, oh sorry, 12 p.m. it will be triggered. Now here you can see the last run. I mean this timer will be run. Okay. What is the main thing when you work on the timer? So you need to keep in mind your server dead time and your time zone, because the OutSystem server dead time is in a UTC, so which is basically 5 hour 30 minutes, which is your current time zone. I mean, I'm talking about from the IST, but you can calculate it accordingly. Okay, this is a thing. Now I came on this timer part again. So this is the two way. I mean, only the developers can schedule the timer, or admin user the infrastructure admins, or they can schedule this timer. But let's suppose if you need.
Uh, Sorry for me, your voice is breaking, Robert. What about others?
Yeah, same
Okay,
for me.
this.
Maybe Raghu. Continue if it's breaking again, we will tell you. Yeah. Please repeat the last point again, Robert.
Okay, so first we will add this meta cyclic job end user application, or application end users, if we need to provide a functionality, so they can schedule or their times. So how we can provide this functionality? So let's suppose daily you can one you can fix it by the developer, or while the development, while the service center. But let's suppose you
Rahul,
have a
sorry to interrupt. It's still
business
breaking, Rahul.
users who want this timer according to their cannot say to developers change it. Just give me a minute. I'm changing my
Sure,
connection.
sure, Rahul. Yeah, let's. Okay, just Rahul will join in 1 minute. So sorry for the inconvenience. So he will join shortly. Mohammed, do you want to say something? I think you have raised your hand. He is facing some challenges in joining, so I am helping him. So he will join in a couple of minutes. Sorry for the inconvenience, participants. Still.
Hey, hi, I'm back. Now clear?
Yeah, yes, Rahul. Now it's clear. Yeah.
Let me share it again.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so here we need to provide end user functionality to schedule the timers. So we will add two dependency from system
Uh,
entities.
Rahul, sorry to interrupt. So we are not able to view your screen.
Okay, so we have this meta cyclic job and one is cyclic job.
Rahul, can you please share your screen?
Okay. I shared. It's not visible.
No, Rahul. Can you try again, please?
Yeah, now.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's
No.
close. Now I can see. Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
Sorry, again it got vanished.
Yes. Wait.
Sure.
Yeah, now visible, right?
Yes. Yeah, Rahul.
Okay. So what I'm saying, I have added two dependency. One is metacyclic job and cyclic job shared. Okay. For end user purpose, what I will do it, I will just add more entity which can be provided to status. So basically, I will add one is job status and one is jobs. Okay, so inside the jobs, I will add multiple entries for one timer. So user wise, we can schedule it. Okay. Now, so you can see inside the job status, I have added three record in process, schedule, and completed. So whenever we create a record, it will in process. Whenever it's scheduled, schedule, and once the timer is completed, so the particular entity will be completed. The second one is jobs. So inside the jobs, I have added some attributes. So metacyclic job ID, that means it's the timer's record ID, job status ID. So I can identify this particular record is in process, schedule or completed. Schedule date time, that means you need to provide a schedule date time for the timers. Created by, created on, this is some audit purpose record. GUID is a primary key, not the primary, but it's a unique record to identify and is run. Once the particular date time timers will be run, we will schedule as a set as a true. By default, we will keep it as a false. Okay, so inside the main flow, I will just drag and drop this two. Okay, so these two details are created, two screens are created. What I will do, I will go on the jobs, which is okay. We can see that timer name, job status, schedule time, and created by. Okay, now inside it, so the timer's name we can select job status. So we don't require because we have to fill default in progress. Schedule date time created by not required, created or not required as part of the form, and is run also not required. Only to fill whenever the user want to schedule it. Okay, on the save one click, we can see it. Okay, this is already created. So whatever unused, I deleted. Okay, so this is the first thing I have created. So I will create some kind of timers, sorry, a server action, which will identify the last run, next run. So I will create it. Okay, so first what I will do it, I will create get next run. So just see how I will create get next run logic. Okay, so inside get run next logic, what I will do it, I will fetch one record from the jobs entity. Okay, and is runs is false. Schedule date time should be ascending order. So whatever the low, I mean first schedule, it will take the first record. We will check the job list is empty or not. If it is not empty, then we will take the record from cyclic job shared and metacyclic job. Okay, here you can see with only joins. Okay, and the filtered, the timer is active and the cyclic job ID or metacyclic job ID should be which is from the jobs, whatever the record we are fetching. So this metacyclic job we are passing here. Okay, in the guest net, after that, what we are doing, the assignment. First, what we have done it, you can see the next run property. We will provide the scheduled date time from the job list and the scheduled. You can see there is a one schedule. So in this schedule, we are providing this our GUID to identify our records. Or if you are not providing, then not an issue. It's not required, but we have provided our GUID. Okay. Now we update this entity. We are using create or update. If it is not created, then it will create. Otherwise, it will update it. So we update it. Now, the particular record we are fetching from this jobs, it will be scheduled. Okay, by default it will be in progress. Now it will be scheduled and we will update the job. This is the first action we have created. Now the next section what we will create, get last run. Okay, so in the get last run, what we will do it, so we need to update this particular record. So we will take as a GUID here, GUID as an input parameter. Inside this section, what we will do it, again in this job ID, job entity, whatever the particular record from the GUID we are fetching, and once we check it's empty. If it's not empty, then what we will do, we will set this is a completed, job status ID as a completed, and is run is a true. Okay, and the update jobs. So this is the second action we have created. Now the next one what we will do it, we will create this timer. So on this timer action, we will create a new timer action. So what we will do it, we add a one action here, send email timer. Okay, so inside it what we will do, here we will take one input parameter to identify the timer. So we will take the timer name as a text type. Okay, and here what we will do, we just take these two parts, these two entities, cyclic job and meta cyclic job. Okay, and we'll inside it what we will use, only with the timer should be activated and the job name. If you see this meta cyclic job name and the timer name, it should be match. Okay, so it will return as a only single record. Okay, so we can put as the one record. Okay, now here we will use first the last run, so it will update our the last entry, and the next run, whatever the next run, it will set it. The GUID we need to provide GUID, so GUID we will provide this shared, so we need to update. Yes, we have scheduled inside here, you can see inside this scheduled property we set our GUID. Okay, that's why I provide this schedule attribute inside the GUID. Okay, now this timer I need to use it. So here I have action. I will use my server action, which is the send email timer. And here I will provide the timer name. So this is the my timer name. I just passed it here. Okay. Now the last one thing we need to do it whenever we create this job. Okay, so this is a new create. So inside the new record, what I need to update, this job status ID is always in progress. Whenever I create a record, schedule date time created GUID. So I need to provide system default generated GUID. So again, I need to take dependency. System. So here I will type GUID. So this action I will take it and apply it. This is generated GUID. And one more attribute which is run. So by default it will be false, but we again set it false. Okay. Once this record is created, I need to use get next run here. Okay, so this is the next one. So what it will do, I will create my first record, and on the get next run, it will find if there is any scheduled time. If it is not, then it will schedule. If already scheduled the particular time, so it will check the condition and accordingly it will schedule. Okay. Now what I will do it, I came on this part, job details. So here we have set everything. Now here we can check there is nothing scheduled. Now I will just add one more in the main flow, I will just add one more. Let's see. Okay, so we don't, I just remove this link because it's not required to us. Okay, and also this is not required to us. Okay, so here we can see name, schedule, and the priority. So let's publish this application. So while it's publishing, I will tell you one more thing. Basically, these are two entities. One is metacyclic and one is the cyclic job shared. There is a one more entity which is the cyclic job. Why it's use cyclic job? Because it's provide tenant specific timers. So right now it's a single tenant application. Whenever you develop a multi-tenant application, so you need to use the cyclic job entity, which will provide the tenant identifier as well. Okay, so it will take some time to publish. So meanwhile, I have the same application. So I'm just opening the same application here. Okay, the similar approach I have already implemented here. So I will show it here because it's already published. Okay, so now it's published. Let me open it in browser. Okay, now you can see there is no timers or no entries, and one is metacyclic, but basically it's a timer record. So here we can see, oh, that I missed one thing. Here you can see so many timers list because just I go it here. Here you can see this is space ID. Basically, whatever the I mean the module inside you created this timer which hold for identify this space identifier. So what I will do it in this list metacyclic job, I will just add one timer. Oh, sorry, condition. So the condition is space ID equals to get entry space ID. Yes, this is space ID. Okay, now again I think I need to edit here as well because here it also shows all the list of the timer. So here again I will add one more entry filter condition e space id equals to get e space id get entry space. Okay, so let me publish it again. Okay, so while it's published, you can see here in this timers, I have used this metacyclic job, same thing. The welcome email I have added, the get last run, next run, and similar the get next run I have implement here, get last run I have implement here. So let me open this screen. Okay, now here you can see this timer email. The next run is empty. Okay, and if I go inside the jobs, so here you can see this is the two jobs I already tested, so it's completed. Now let me add one more. So right now it's at 3:48. So this is a timer email. Let me set to 4 o'clock. Okay, and save it. So here you can see it's a scheduled 4 o'clock. Okay, and now inside the timer we can see the next run is a 4 o'clock. Okay, but if you check this timer here, okay, the time will be different because it will show as a UTC format. Okay, here you can see this timer is a next run will be at to 10:30. If you add 5:30 hour, it will create as a your 4 o'clock something 5 hour or 5:30. So it will create a 4. Okay, because it's a UTC time, and here you are seeing this is a IST time, which is your current time zone. So in this way, you can provide functionality to your end user for schedule the timers. Okay. So here we can see once it completed, then it will show as a completed. Okay. Here you can see. So once it will run, it will automatically update it. The next one will come here, and oh sorry, the last run will come it here. And if there is another timer you have scheduled, the entry will be updated here. Okay. I think I have shows everything. And now, if you want to the additional logic implemented, you can implement according your business needs or according to you. This is the main thing, how you can provide end user functionality to schedule the timers. That's it. Here, one more thing I think I have added. This is the run now property. The same thing here, you can see this run now property. Run now. Whenever you click, it's immediate wake up this timer. Okay, so I will show you this one more thing. So in this run now button, that is not much I have done. So here, this is a wake up email timer. Okay, whatever you can create a action. So you can see this call timer. So inside this call timer action, I wake up this email or this timers wake up email. Okay, and on the screen here, where is the timer? Yes, on this timer, I have added the button as a run now. Okay, and that's it. On the run now click, I call this action and this timer will. So suddenly it will be run. So in this way, you can achieve your functionality.
Thank you so much, Rahul.
Yeah,
Yeah, so there is one question in the chat. Can you
I
quickly? Yeah.
think everything is completed.
Sorry, Rahul, little bit your voice was breaking. Can you repeat it again?
Okay, which one, Mary?
So you the last point you have mentioned, it was breaking actually.
Okay, the last one is a run now property, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this run now, what I have done here. So every timer we have this wake up timer email. So basically, whenever you use this action, it will run immediately. So what I have created on this call timer, I have used this wake up timer. Okay, and this action I used on the on click event of the button here.
Okay.
So it will run immediately the timer. The same as a service center provided.
Okay. Got it. So Rahul, so some of the questions are participant added in the chat. Can you
Yes,
please
yes.
check and answer for that?
Okay, so basically the last one question, how to stop the running timer? So basically there is no option to running. If the timer is already run, then you don't have a option, but you have a logic, you can implement it. So let's suppose on this timer, you have added this send email action, okay, send email timer set. Okay, so this is the action. So let's suppose this timer is already run, but you have to stop it. So how you can do it? There is no direct way inside the out system, but you can implement you can implement one side property each timer stop, and every steps you will add it as a true or false based on condition. So if your timer is run, then you can set this property as a false timer stop, or true or false. Based on that, you can stop this timer.
Okay, thanks, Rahul. Hope, Srinivaslu, hope you got the answer. Yeah. So there are some more questions, Rahul.
Yes, yes. How many times can this run at the same time? Oh, all the timers priority high is only. Then it will see. Basically, at one front end server, only three timers can run. Okay, if you have multiple front end server, you can run simultaneously, like three into three or one into three. One front end server, three timers you can run it. It's based on the priority. So if all the timers is high, so say all the timers will be back up at the same time. But the same time you cannot set at the same time. Okay, different time you can set it. Now the next question: when a timer executes in our system, does the platform priority is different depending on the whether it's triggered from the wake up? No, that's not. And the last one: is there any other way run timer without using the system entity? No. There is only this last option. You can just wake up this timer if you do not want to use system entity. Okay, but it will run immediately. You don't have a time to schedule it. But if you want to provide schedule, I mean a specific date time, so you have to use this system entity, metacyclic and cyclic job shared. How to handle timeout? So basically, inside the okay, that's nice. So timeout we have here default is 20. You can customize, you can increase it, but as a best practice, we are not increasing. But let's suppose you have a lengthy process, you can increase it 60 or something that. And there is a one concept you can handle by program. How you can do it? So let's suppose this is a timer. Okay, this timer is run this section. So here, what you can do it? You can add one date time variable or time variable. Okay, date time. Okay, what you can do it inside date time whenever this action run. So inside this date time you can pass the current date time. Okay, current date time now. So let's suppose you have very big lengthy process. So at the last point what you can check it, the again whatever the current date time, and I mean the time difference you can check it. Okay, so minute difference, difference minute. So between the current time, date time, and your second one is your the date time when you set it, when your wake up action, okay, is greater than 20, then you again wake up. Okay, if it is true, I mean more than 20, so what you can do, you can wake up this timer again. So in this way you can handle your timeout issues. Okay, and the commit and abort transaction. So commit is a server action. You basically just use it after your transactions. Based on it, you can use it. Okay. Now I think more question here. How to handle exception when timer not run on scheduled time. Okay. So basically every action you need to add Here some extra logic as well. The all exception or the what kind of database exception and other exception you can handle it. Okay. Or whenever the exception occurs, so you can log inside in other entity to check purpose, or you can go inside the service center and check it. But yeah, these things you can do it if any exception occur inside the timer. Okay. So again, whenever the timers raise the exception, it will retry 3 times. Okay. If it is more than 3 times, then again this is the metacyclic job. You can share. You can see it here. Effective timeout is shared. No, there is a one property number of retries inside the cyclic job shared. So help of this entity, you can implement the logic. Now Subham Chaudhary is asking if in my application there are users from different time zone, I want to give the feasibility to run. Yeah, so you implement the custom logic, okay, based on your time. First, you need to use the time zone, current time zone, or time zone utils. You need to identify the user's time zone, and you need to calculate the time accordingly. So, what you can do it if you have different time zones users. So, you have to implement time zone utils, and based on it, that you can implement it. Kindly record and share link for the same. Okay. I created 5 timers. All of them are set to high priority and start at the same time, like 2 p.m. Which timer will run? Okay, so basically you created a 5 time Kent. Uh, if you have 5 timers, so basically the first, third one timers, high priority timers will run, and the other two will be on queue. Once the first 2 timers will end up, these two will come again inside the queue and will run it. Okay. Now I think I missed some question or not. Just let me know. Or I hope I have given all the answer of these questions.
Yeah, Rahul, I think you have covered all the questions. So if anything is missed, please put it in the chat. And if you have any other question, you can put it here. And yeah, so this particular session, right? So the recordings will be shared in the same session page. So today or tomorrow, I will update the URL in the event page. Okay. So any other questions, participants? Okay, there is one request from Bratnia. So Rahul, so is it possible for you to just give an overview of the steps?
Yeah, sure, Mary, not an issue. I just recap again. Let me share it the screen.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, the timers, whenever we need to provide end user functionality, so we have these two entities inside the system action, cyclic job shared and metacyclic job. Metacyclic jobs is a primary entity which hold the records, timers record. Okay, whatever the timer name, whatever the default schedule and the priority. Okay, you can see it here. And the cyclic job shared is keep the respective one record, which is the last run and next run. Okay, because it's a one-to-one relationship. Other than if I have created one job status, so in progress, scheduled, and completed to identify the record. My particular record is scheduled, in progress, or completed. One job entity I have created, so inside it, I mean multi. If you have more than 1, 2, 3 timers, so you can provide the metacyclic job IDs are different. Job status is by default in progress. Schedule time as a user can schedule created on GUID and is run. Okay, GUID is a system generated action and is run whenever the timer is completed. So you can update this particular record. Okay, the scheduled date time should be future date, not to be past date. This is a mandatory. Okay. Apart from that, first I have created one timer get next run based on so inside it implement logic on the jobs entity, which is the is run is false and the time should be descending. So let's suppose descending order in the one day you have scheduled 10 times. So whatever the first in or first out, I mean the ascending that time ascending order, I keep and check if the list is not empty. Then I have find the particular times, okay, with the help of cyclic job and meta cyclic job, and I provide this job ID as a which I have find from my first timer, for not first timer, the jobs entity. Okay, and the assignment, what I have done inside the assignment, this is the next run. So because I need to assign the next run, so timer will run on this particular time, and the schedule as a job ID. Or if you not provide this GUID inside the schedule attribute, so you can create a one more entity which is the one-to-one relationship. Okay. Uh, you can provide metacyclic job ID, and based on this you can update this particular record jobs. Okay, here you can update this cyclic job share, and the status should be scheduled for the jobs. In the last run action, again I have find this particular record by GUID, and I check if it is not empty, then I have set as a completed and is run as a true, because this will be completed last run. Okay, and update jobs. Now inside my jobs created, so this jobs created action what I have completed, if it is new record, I will set these two attributes created by get user ID, created on current time, job status as a in progress default, GUID and is run is false by default. Okay, and I create or update my job and set ID, this is a default, and I have call here the get next run, because here you can create multiple entity, but whatever the schedule descending, it will update it. Okay, here you can add more additional logic if you want to implement, like if it is already set the same time, then no need to update, you can bypass this section. Okay, bypass this condition. After that, I have created this timer. Inside this timer, I have used this send email timer, and I have take this input parameter as a timer name. So I provide this timer because you have different timers. Right now, I create only one timer, but you can create two, three timers. So that's why we take this timer's name. Okay, here I implement logic based on the name. I have find the cyclic job ID. Okay, the GUID I have passed in the scheduled attribute, and find the get last line and update this particular record. Similar, I take the get next record to update it. On the next record, I have checked if it is there any other record to be processed. I process, otherwise I leave it. And the screens I've created. So on this job details, you can see it. The timer's name, you can select it. Schedule time, you can provide. And once you click on the save, so job update action will be triggered. So this is our job creator update. Okay. Now inside it, you can see this timer will be scheduled. Okay, here you can see right now it's a 4-6, so it should be triggered. We can see this one more. Here you can see the last run, because the timer has been run at a 4 o'clock, and the next run I don't have any next. I mean the next record I don't have. Here you can see. Here we don't have any other records to be scheduled, so that's why it's. And here you can see this is a completed. Previously it was scheduled, now it's completed. Okay, and again if you create the same thing, then it will update it here. So I will show you one more time this thing. 4, I will set as a 415, 415, yeah, and save it. Okay, this is a schedule 415. If you go on the timer, this is a 415. Okay, you don't need to go inside the service studio, service center, you directly do it from your application. That's it.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you so much for
Yeah.
giving the recap. Okay. And yeah, I think one more question from Khan.
Yeah, sure. So, Kent, if you created five timers in your application and all will be high priority, okay, and all timer will set as a 2 p.m. Okay, so what it will work? One front end server will run only three timers at a time with the other priority, low priority, high priority, or same time. Okay, so first, if all the priority will be high, first three timer will run at the same time, different timer. Okay. Once the first and second or third timer will be completed and queue will be empty or queue have bandwidth to take it. So the other timers will go inside it. Okay. And it will run it.
Yeah, I think the order may be based on the number, maybe. So I'm not sure, but
Yeah. First thing is the priority. Okay. But if all the priority will be high, then it will take the created order. I mean the ascending order of these timer IDs.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, thanks a lot, Rahul. So it's really we the participant and I also learned a lot of things from today's session, and thanks for that, Rahul. So and for everyone, so we I will share this recording in the session page, maybe today or tomorrow. You can watch that, and regarding the rewards, right? So so you can share the important points, or maybe you can quickly create one small page and how Rahul did, right? So maybe the same use case you can try it in your environment and showcase also. And so based on the content, right? So you whatever content you are sharing, what are the key points you are sharing, we will select the winners, and it's mandatory to attend all the four sessions. So if you want to become a winner, and definitely you will learn a lot from the upcoming session as well. So Wednesday we are having the next section, and we will share the details shortly. Tomorrow, maybe tomorrow, we will update the same in our chapter page. So please attend all the session, and let's learn from the MVPs. And thanks for your time. Thanks for joining our user group session in the weekend. Thanks for everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Hey, thanks for everyone. Bye bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.